hello. Caught me eating again. Maltesers. Hello, everybody. How the devil are we? It's 4 o'clock. I don't know what that means. It's 4 o'clock on a Sunday. It's light out. I can't believe how light it is at 4 o'clock. Yeah, as opposed to like last month where it was absolutely pitch black. But hope you can hear me because I can't hear myself. But yes, we're here for another live stream, another 2 hours of endless waddle about absolute bollocks. So we could talk about anything. I've got a lovely view screen going here at the moment. I've got it's like a desert island. It's like Lost. I'm just waiting for Oceanic 815 to just crash into this bloody island. But yeah, hopefully you can hear me. So there's no subject today, so I'm just going to go straight into the comments and munch on me Maltesers. Who I say, missus. Right, okie dokie. So let's start at the top. The top of what? Let's start up the top here. So who have we got in the room today then? Who's in the room? Sam's in the room. Hello, Sam. The one and only Ivan Disney. Who's Ivan? I don't know. Ryan is here. Hello, Ryan. Ryan asks, do I have a tattoo? Do I have a tattoo? I have a tattoo on my cock. I wanted it to say the word cock, but it actually says... No, I haven't got a tattoo. No, I haven't. Oh, it's giving me an idea now. Yeah, can you fit super califragilistic espialidocious? I think I might be able to fit it on there. Hello, Dominic. Sabian's movies and games. This is not starting out the way that I'd hoped. Yeah. Of course, you can't have a live stream without your butt being unplugged. Hello, mate. And it's Andrew YT. You getting 5 Nights at Freddy's tomorrow? Do you know what? I actually didn't see this in the cinema, so I don't know what it's like. It reminds me of Willy's Wonderland. Willy's what? But apparently this is based on a computer game. A computer game I've never bloody heard of. Yeah. There you go. So probably not. I might have a look while I'm out and about in a couple of days, though. Noah Mason's film collector. I hope you're a film collector. Otherwise, what are you doing here? Hello. And Amy is here. Oh, God, no. I bet Amy's going to ask me a question. Have you seen this from 1962? It came out in January. But anyway, what's Amy asking today? Excuse me, I'm being a fat pig as usual, and I haven't even started on my Maltesers yet. Hey, Pauly, I'm back from Sundance. Christ, it took you about 3 bloody weeks, and I have seen 126 films and documentaries. What, on the same day? Everyone's favourite green one is here. Hello, Alan. All right, Alan. Yes, it's Mr. Kermy. Who else have we got? We've got Mr. Movie Madness. Hello, what's this? I got something crop up on my watch. It says something to do with Alain de Botton, Status Anxiety. A documentary film, Status Anxiety, presented by Alain de Botton and based on the book of the same name. Did I bloody ask? I don't think I did. Yes, hello, Mr. Movie. In pieces, we're all in pieces. I'm doing good, thank you very much. Sabian is here and says, I saw Wonka on Tuesday and loved it. It was quite good, actually, yeah. Better than I thought it was going to be. I went to see that with Claire. Lou didn't want to go and see it. But of course, did you eat chocolate while watching it? That's the question, isn't it? Ryan says, do you have the charge up on Blu-ray? The charge up. I don't know about the charge up. I've got the change up, which was sent to me. Yeah, I don't know about the charge up, though. Amy says, Sundance review. I liked Freaky Tales starring Pedro Pascal. It's really bloody Nazi killing action film. That sounds quite good, actually. Freaky Tales. Dominic says, where are you going Blu-ray hunting this week? Well, it's the biggie this week. Yes, it's the biggie because there's nothing called hunting scheduled between this afternoon and Saturday. Every time I talk, my bloody watch keeps thinking I'm talking to it. Shut your face. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Wednesday, actually. Wednesday's the 31st, and that marks exactly 7 years since I did my first Blu-ray hunt. Pardon me. Yeah. And I was going to go out because I can't go out Monday and Tuesday because, work and all that crap. But I was going to go out on Wednesday. Then I realised that my car's got to go in for some bits and pieces. It's going to cost about 350 quid. So I'm probably going to go out on Thursday. Yeah. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. Yeah. So probably Blue Water, but maybe a few other places. It depends what the weather's like. I mean, if it's 6 foot of snow, then I probably won't. But we'll see. I haven't made my mind up yet for making your mind up. Kevin is here. Hello from Sweden. Kermit's just asked me what I've just said. Unfortunately not, Alan. No. Got work. I know work gets in the way of everything, but how else would we pay for our Blu-rays? Steal them. I'm not complaining stealing. Are you going out, Alan, for a bit of HMV debauchery? E-Track Studio. Hello, Pauly, my good friend. Why am I saying it like that? That sounds like Morgan Freeman. Ryan says, do you have Bridesmaid on DVD? No, I don't have Bridesmaid on DVD, but I do have it on Blu-ray. Yes. Paul Crosby, hello. Beg Pauly. I'm begging. That's actually supposed to be a dog. What's out this week, says Dominic. I haven't even looked. I don't really look until the night before I go hunting, so I haven't had a look to see what's out. But I think that Freddy Nightmare what's it called? Freddy Fingered? No, whatever it's called. Yeah, that Freddy one. Yeah, I think that's out this week. Craig Murphy's here. Hello. Did you see Big Head? Only when I look in the mirror. Oh dear. Mr. Movie Madness, I've got a good question for you. I just got Leeds United for my birthday present. What, the whole team? Blimey, how are they going to fit in your room? Craig says, did you see Bedhead? No, I didn't see Big Head and I didn't see Bedhead. Anymore? Did you see Baghead? No, I haven't. I actually haven't been to the cinema since probably Wonka. There's just nothing out that I want to go and see at the cinema until Thursday or Friday when Argyle comes out. It's been quite lapse in January. It always is. The ones that are out, I can just easily just wait to come out on either Blu-ray or streaming, probably Blu-ray. Rianne's here. Hello. I'm so happy today because my birthday is on Tuesday. I thought your birthday was a couple of weeks ago. And more WWE DVDs. I swear there's no WWE DVDs left on the shelves to buy. You must have them all by now. Sure, Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. I recently went to watch One Life in the cinema. It made me cry. Do you know what? I keep thinking that's that one with James Corden. Wasn't that called One Life? I know it's not that one, but I think it was called One Life. Trekanaut. Hello, Trekanaut. How you doing? Amy says, did you see the trailer for Abigail Monkey Man, Roadhouse, Ricky Stanicky and Sydney Sweeney's Immaculate? That don't make sense. I'm sorry. Abigail, yeah, that's a separate film. And then Monkey Man, is that a film? Roadhouse. I saw the trailer for that. Didn't really like it. It's not going to be a patch on Patrick Swayze. It just didn't do the right thing. What's Ricky Stanicky and Sydney Sweeney's Immaculate? I don't know what that is. I'm lost. Andrew at YT says, Willie or won't he? I don't know. Willy's Wonderland is better than Five Nights at Freddy's, even though it's a rip-off of Five Nights. Okay. And even though Nick Cage doesn't say a word. E-Track Studio. You should do movie soundtracks as well. It'd be interesting for good movies. In what way? What way do I do movie soundtracks? I am thinking of picking up a couple of movie soundtracks, actually. I've got my move to physical music video half done. So I've got about 20 minutes recorded, showing you the room, showing you the furniture and my new hi-fi system. I'm just waiting for the turntable to come, and then I'll stick that up. I don't know how I'll stick it, but I'll stick it up. James is here. Have you watched Amy? It's a documentary about Amy Winehouse. I have not yet. No, I didn't know that was available to watch yet. Is it on streaming? Dominic says, have you seen the steelbook for Godzilla -1? Not sure. Is it white? I remember seeing a Godzilla steelbook a couple of weeks ago that looks white. It might be. Does that Mandalorian picture over there look crooked to you? Or is it just my head? I think it's crooked. Bridget's here. Hello. Sabian says, I've seen the new Peacock series, Ted, and I thought it was so funny. Probably better than the movies. Really? Wow. I love the movies. Yeah. I think beginning of February, we get it in the UK. So looking forward to watching that, actually. I hope they're not going to keep it PG, though, or a U. We've got some swearing in it, haven't we? It's got to be, for Ted. Amy says, my favourite film from Sundance was In a Violent Nature. It's a slasher film focusing on the killer and had some brutal kills. Anybody that we know in it? And Amy's also currently watching episode 3 of True Detective Night Country. It's a good show, yeah. I think I've only seen the first 2. I don't think we get episode 3 until tomorrow. But yeah, Jodie Foster's really good in it. I still think it has vibes of The Thing, and the X-Files. So it's a bit creepy. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but how did those people all get there in that condition? What made them go and do that? Yeah, I won't talk anymore in case it spoils it for anybody. Certainly a very interesting series. Rian says, Games, please don't ignore me. Don't ignore him. Jim Jam is here. Hello, matey. How you doing? How's the mushrooms tonight? Are you going to cook some mushrooms tonight? Don't burn them. How you doing, though? Luke's World Movies and TV. Hello, mate. I'm good, thanks. Have you been watching La Brea season? Did they do season 3? Holy crap. I didn't even know that. I recently watched School Spirit starring Peyton List. It's a really good TV series. Season 2 is out December. Yeah, I started to watch that La Brea. I think I only saw the first 3 episodes and I kind of phased out. I might go back to it. Actually, because obviously if there's 3 seasons, then there's enough material to make it interesting. Chekanor says, are you ordering the US version of The Abyss? Yes, I have already put my pre-order in through Wow HD. So hopefully I'll get that. I don't know how long it takes. I think it takes about 10 to 14 days to get to the UK. So it's going to be after release date, I'm sure. But yeah, it's a bit of a bugger not coming out in the UK. But thankfully, 4Ks are region free. 99.9% of them are. So we can order whatever we want. Butts Unplugged says, I found the Pink Panther DVD movie 6 box set for 50p at a charity shop. That's pretty good. I think that's the one I saw in a charity shop months ago in the Demelza. I'm pretty sure that's the box set I saw, because it was a pink, wasn't it? It's pink. The actual box is pink. Ryan says, I'm seeing Poor Things at 7:30. Pretty cool. I've heard some funny things about that film. James says, Pauly, are you going to buy the new Amy Winehouse movie coming out in March? I don't know. I was never really a fan of Amy Winehouse. I think I only know one song. Was it Black or Back in Black? But yeah, I never really listened to her music, so it's not high on my list. I mean, if it's on the Netflix or something like that, then I'll probably watch it. Rianne says, tell Big Pauly my birthday is Tuesday. Well, happy birthday for Tuesday, mate. Hope you get some good stuff. Amy says, I watch Sasquatch Sunset. That's a bloody hell, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Sasquatch Sunset, starring Jesse Eisenberg as a Sasquatch, and it was 90 minutes of Sasquatches talking in their language and picking berries and foreign food, and was surprising on how sad. That sounds weird. That sounds really weird. Too weird. Georgie's here. Hello, mate. Paul says, how you doing? How you doing? E-Track Studio says, any good vampire movies to watch? Other than the usual ones. I always think that Van Helsing's underrated. I mean, everybody goes to the normal ones. Yeah, I'm going to be coughing. Don't worry about it. I've developed this sore throat and cough the last couple of days. I've done a COVID test, but it's come up negative. So it must just be one of these winter bugs. A few people at my work have been ill as well. So it's just one of these things that goes around. But yeah, I've been coughing a lot, so I've been having to drink a lot. I can't remember or didn't see, but did you think Avatar 2 was better than the first? No, I think the first one was better. It just expanded the story. Interesting to see how they're going with Avatar 3, because we're having to wait an extra year for it. I don't know where it's. I mean, they're going to use certain things for focuses. Like the first one was all the forests and that. The second one was all the sea. What's the third one going to be? Is that going to be space? Maybe. I don't know. So it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, he's got the story all planned out, so we'll see. Amy says, I watched your Monster starring Melissa Barrera, and I was surprised how much I liked it. I don't like romance horror, but this was an exception. Okay. Sabian says, top 5 animated movies. Ooh, put me on the spot. Okay. I should start with number 1. Number 1, I would say, is Toy Story. Definitely Toy Story. Number 2 is the original Lion King. Number 3, I'd have to say probably Up from Pixar. Number 4, Shrek. And number 5, I don't know, it'd be something like Frozen or something. Yeah, probably something like Frozen or maybe another Pixar. But at least my top 2, the top 2 will be Toy Story. What did I say the second one was? Was it Lion King, wasn't it? I think they are my 2 top ones. Kermit will be out tomorrow in HMV as usual. Fantastic. Looking forward to a lovely cup of Arabica beans. Oh dear. Mr. Movie Madness says, I saw a film on my Fire Stick called Freddy's Fridays. Okay. Amy watched Baghead at the cinema and it was meh. Do you have to watch it with a bag over your head? That might be an improvement on the film, actually, maybe. But Sunplug says, I watched the Marvels and Aquaman 2 and liked them both pretty good. Okay. I didn't like Aquaman 2 as much as I liked the first film. I found it was rushed and very choppy with the editing, and I think they just wanted to get it out of the way. The Marvels could have been better. Not as good as Captain Marvel, but I did like certain elements, and of course the cats as well. And we got to see Goose. Sabian says, I did see Five Nights at Freddy's and I thought it was good, so I suggest you give it a go. Okay. Awesome. Tofu, is that Tofone? Tofone 33? Do you have WRIS? I don't know what that is. Barry Hardy is here. Hello, mate. Have you seen a film called Saltburn? As I've heard it's one to watch. No, but it's doing the rounds at the moment. So it might be one to check out. I think it's on, is it Netflix? It's on one of the streaming platforms because I saw it streaming past it the other day. So if I get a spare like 2 hours, I'll probably check it out. Amy says she watched Argyle early. Oh, excellent. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that. It opens Thursday, but I'll probably see it Friday. Mr. Movie Madness, are you going to get Mean Girls when it's released? Probably not. Although I do like the kind of like the high school mean girl type of films, you know, like Clueless and stuff like that. I didn't really think much of the original Mean Girl, so I probably won't bother with that. Oh, Monkey Man is a film. I must have missed that one then. I've never heard of that. Ryan says, I'm busy today. Aren't we all? Amy says, Ricky Stanicky is a comedy film. Okay. What, the film is called Ricky Stanicky? That's a strange name for a film. Abigail is a vampire film. Yes, I do remember seeing a trailer for that one now. Is it a kid? It's about a kid, isn't it? And Immaculate is the religious horror movie. Release dates March the 7th, April the 19th, April the 5th, in Immaculate, March the 22nd. Amy says, Ted the series is very 15. Oh, brilliant. That's good. Yeah, you don't want that, do you? You don't want to go in to a TV series that was made famous because of the swearing and the crude, and you don't want to go into a TV series and it's just like watching Play School or stuff like that. You want a bit of swearing in it. Miserable old git. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. Got Young Guns 4K from US. Great print, great slip, but the case is crap. You were right. You said this would happen. What's the matter with the case? Is it one of those stupid bloody eco cases? Or is it just smashed? J Garth 92. Have you ever seen 24? Yes, I have. Fan bloody tastic. It's Kiefer Sutherland is my favourite actor of all time. He's fantastic. My very good friend Jamie Powell actually has met him down. I think it was Bournemouth. I think it was Bournemouth or one of the other towns when he was doing a play or playing a show down there because he's got a band and that. And this was I don't know 6 months ago maybe or something like that. I missed not a conference call. I missed a joint phone call conversation, a video call, because I was at work. I couldn't answer the phone, but apparently Jamie and all that and Kiefer Sutherland were on the phone, so I missed talking to him. Bollocks. Yeah, bloody work. They should let you use your phones at work. Oh dear me. Josh is here. Hello, mate. How's it going? Yeah, pretty good. Been watching The Last of Us, and it's pretty good. I thought it was all right. Taking a while to finish, but the 4K looks great. Yeah, I've not played the game, so I just watched it as a TV series. So I'm not going to compare. This person should have played this person, or this person's the wrong nationality, and all that kind of stuff. So I was just going into it watching it as a TV series. Amy says, "Did you watch Founders Day? It's a political slasher movie set during the mayoral election." Oh, okay. No, not heard of that one. Butts Unplugged says, "When you do your movie hunts, will you do music hunt as well?" That sounded a bit rude. I'm going on a music hunt. I probably will start to add vinyl and CDs in now. Now that that's back in my life, especially vinyl, because it'd be good to check out all the movie soundtracks on vinyl. So I'll probably do that when we go to Blue Water, hopefully on Thursday. Sabian says, "Favorite and least favorite steelbook you own." Favorite steelbook is my Guardians of the Galaxy Blue Fans. Beautiful artwork wrapped all the way around it with embossing and everything. Least favorite steelbook. Least favorite. I don't know. There is going to be a plain one or two in the collection, or maybe one that doesn't even have a spine title, but I can't think of what would be the least favorite. If it pops up during the stream, then I'll let you know what it is. E-Track says, "So do you own any David Soul movies apart from Starsky and Hutch?" Don't think I do. I haven't even got the Dirty Harry one. No, I don't think I do actually. He did have a bit part in the Starsky and Hutch movie, didn't he, with Owen Wilson and that. Josh says, "I bought a few films recently: Oppenheimer 4K, Mario 4K, Big Lebowski 4K, Passages, One Fine Morning, and Boogie Nights box set." That's pretty good. That's a good selection there. James says, "April is when Back to Black is out. It's a biopic, someone playing Amy Winehouse. The trailer looks good. Defo gonna buy it when it comes out. I'll check out the trailer. I haven't actually seen the trailer for it yet." Mr. Movie says, "Mandalorian and Grogu movies in the works, directed by Jon Favreau." Yeah, looks good. Do you reckon that's going to actually replace Mandalorian season 4? They just won't bother doing a season 4, and they'll just go straight into the film. It's still on track to do the new Jedi Order film. I think they've given it a release date of 2026 now. But the script is done. Apparently, it's a really good film. Then again, they said that about Rise of Skywalker. But we'll have to wait and see. Amy says, "Will you watch Ezra from Bleecker Street?" Don't know what that is. Sorry. Poor Things is just incredible. The way it's shot is unlike anything I've seen before. It's tremendous. Okay. It's a bit, oh, blimey, apparently. E-Track says, "I bought the mini-series Richmond Poor Man from Amazon." Okay. Luke's World says, "Ted won't be on in the UK because we don't have Peacock." It's coming on, I think it's coming on Prime. No, it's not. It's coming on Sky. It's coming on Sky TV. Yeah, there was a trailer. There was an advert for it the other day. Ted series UK. I'm not sure which Sky Max. There we go. There we are. Coming February the 9th. February the 9th to Sky Max. So we are getting it. So that's good. Mr. Movie says, I want to see Monarchy Legacy of the Monsters season 2. I really do hope they go ahead and do the season 2, especially the way they ended season 1. Cliffhanger or what? James says, Pauly, has anyone ever told you that you look like Boris Johnson or Donald Trump? Not a combination of both of them. Through the Sasquatch Sunset seems hilarious. There are some amazing films at Sundance this year. Pretty good. Oh, hello. My brother's here. All right, Mush. That I don't think you've ever popped on a stream before, have you? Are you really that bored? Oh my god. Dave says, thinking of getting Saving Private Ryan on 4K. Is it worth it? Definitely worth getting for the film alone, but for the 4K transfer is fantastic, and the Dolby Atmos soundtrack. Mr. Movie, I'm going to Alhambra Theatre this year for December 2024. The new pantomime is going to be Pinocchio. Oh, that's good. Eric is here. Hello, Eric. Anyone else notice the CGI space scenes in the Babylon 5 Complete Series Blu-ray set are sometimes kind of choppy? I feel like they kind of cheaped out on the set. Yeah, because I don't think they've done a rejig like they did with the Star Trek Next Generation ones. I think they've just upscaled it. So it's a shame. They could have gone back. It would have cost too much, I think, that they did say, to redo all of the space shots and that. That's probably why we may never get a Star Trek Deep Space Nine Blu-ray box set or even a 4K, because, you know, all of the space scenes were done on videotape rather than film, and they would need to go back to the main source, and they would need to do CGI, and they would need to jig it around. So I think it'll cost too much. Dave says, pre-ordered True Lies and Aliens. Going to pre-order Abyss on 4K. Have you pre-ordered them? Yep, all of them. All of the above. Sam says, the one and only Lava Disney movies on Disney Plus. Okay. Amy says, did you watch the trailer for Shudder Stop Motion? No, haven't seen that. E-Track says, best remedies for a cough is lemon, tea, and honey. That's what I've heard. We haven't got no lemon, and we don't have any honey. So maybe I'll do my variation of it. Maybe my variation could be Coca-Cola and peanut butter. I don't think so. Josh says, was going to see some films at the Sundance online, but they wouldn't let me because I'm in the UK. Oh, brilliant. I'm sure you could probably bypass that with a VPN and that kind of thing. Amy says, I rewatched The Snowman starring Michael Fassbender. Okay, pretty good. Dave says, have you purchased The Wicker Man on 4K? Not in a rush to get that one, so I'll wait for the volume to come down. Josh says that will you be seeing All of Us Strangers? Very similar to After Sun, of course. I love it. I might do. I might wait for it to come on streaming or disc. Mr. Pauly is in the room. Oi, oi, Savaloy. Have a fantastic stream. Gutted Loch Ness Blu-ray being pushed back a month. Bastards. Any pickups for you this week? Do you know what? I can't even. Oh, yes. I've got two that are coming. Pardon me. What have I got coming? Hang on a minute. Oh, Thelma and Louise. I've got Thelma and Louise 4K coming. And All Quiet on the Western Front Steelbook. So, yeah, I'm happy getting a Steelbook for that. Richard, to see it, Alamate. Yeah, right straight from the source. The effects in Babylon 5 were just upscaled from standard video and were not redone in HD, hence they look a bit bad. There you go. La, la, la. James says, have you watched Gridlocked with Tim Roth and Tupac Shakur? That's an old film, isn't it? Never seen that, but I do remember that one. Mr. Movie says, I'm waiting for the Blu-ray and 4K release of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and the Toxic Avenger remake with Peter Dinklage, Kevin Bacon, and Macon Blair, Jacob Tremblay, and Elijah Wood. Heard about that. I wonder what happened to the CGI effects for the Babylon 5 series. Did Warner Brothers throw them out? Amy says, are you interested in Christopher Landau's Big Bad? It's a werewolf film. Not heard of that one. Werewolves. Luke says, I was watching the Wolves v West Brom game earlier and there was a fight between the West Brom fans because they were losing. I saw that and they stopped the match, didn't they? I take it they continued with it in the end. Jamie says, hey Kermit, how you doing, you sexy green bastard? Butts Unplugged says, I don't know about 5 nights, Freddy's. Let's all go and spend 5 nights at Big Paul's. Oh, tell me. I don't know if 5 people actually get in the cinema room comfortably. La 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 la. What is all this, Sam? The one and only Ivan Disney Plus movie on Disney Channel. I don't know what that is. What is Ivan Disney Plus? I'd never heard of it. This Loch Ness. Is it Liam Neeson that's in that, or am I thinking of someone else? Liam Neeson or Ted Danson? Is that the film that you're talking about? Richard says it wouldn't have made any difference as they were in standard def. The best they could do was upscale, and that's what's been done. A full redo of the effects would have cost millions, so was ruled out. Yeah, and like I said earlier, after they did the effects in Next Generation, it could probably cost them so much in the millions. That's why they decided not to do Deep Space Nine and Voyager. But who knows? Maybe one day. Oh, Jamie says it's Ted Danson that's in Loch Ness. Yeah. Amy says, I saw the TV Glow at Sundance. Loved how it's about, Loved how it's about horror TV show becoming real life, and it's a pretty good drama. Okay. Josh says, love that you are getting vinyl. I have nearly 150 records and they are my prized possessions. Yeah, I figured I've always wanted to get back into it. The last time I picked up a vinyl record was about 40 years ago, when they were like £5.99 in Woolworths. So it's taken the time. It started out really slow, but I figured some experiences that I've recently had on Spotify kind of like put me off streaming music a bit. There's certain albums I wanted to play. One album was not even on Spotify. And then an album I really did want to play, 5 songs were missing because of licensing. And there's certain artists that I like that are not even on Spotify. So, yeah, I'm getting back into the CDs with my hi-fi and my turntable as well when that arrives in a couple of days' time. Vinyl's quite expensive now, though, isn't it? It's like between £30 and £50 each, so they are quite expensive. So they're not going to be. It's not going to be. I'm not going to be buying them like I do movies. Like come back with like 5 or 6 every week. And I'm only going to kind of like cherry pick them. I'm only going to go for certain ones that I really want to listen to on vinyl. I'm going to have to dust off my old vinyls up the storeroom, though. I've got a massive, well, not a massive collection, but quite a collection of a lot of old rock ones like Bon Jovi and Europe and stuff like that. And I might not dust off my mum's Barry Manilow. I might leave that up there. But it's got some Queen and Status Quo as well, so I definitely dust them off. Bristolian Dave is here. All right, my babbers. Trekanaut. I love the Ghostbusters 1 and 2 Steelbook. Best one in my collection, personal preference. Excellent. E-Trek says, do you still have any VHS or Betamax videos? Never bought any Betamax, was never into that. Because it was a case of, VHS 1. It's the same with Blu-ray and HD DVD. Never bought any HD DVDs. I do have a video on my channel as part of the Storeroom series. So if you go and have a look at the Storeroom series, I think it's like 12 or 13 different videos. I show you all the stuff that's actually I've got in the storeroom, and one of them is videotapes, all the videotapes I've got. But Unplug wants to know, what am I drinking? Not anything interesting. It is flavoured water. Strawberry flavoured water from Volvic. That's my drink to go to. James says, do you have a favourite movie of all time? Empire Strikes Back, definitely. Mr. Movie says, Bob Marley, One Love, releases in cinemas February the 16th. Oh, it's that one, Bob Marley. Yeah, that looks good, that does. George says, getting 5 Nights of Freddy's prepping Tom 4Ks and V for Vendetta Steelbook. Is that the Mondo one? That Mondo Steelbook looks really nice. Oh, hello, Jules. How you doing? Send me a message. I haven't spoke to Jules for ages. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, pop me a message. Amy says, I somehow fought a cartel today. Dear me. Jamie says, will you be picking up The Holdovers when it comes out? One of my favourite films in 10 years. That's a big statement. And I know what you like about that. I've watched the trailer. I did enjoy the trailer. And so it's a Christmas film. It's kind of a Christmas film from what I understand. But hopefully you can watch it any time through the year. You don't just have to watch Die Hard at Christmas. You can watch that any time of the year as well. Oh, dear me. But yeah, I will be picking it up. I was hoping to get to the cinema and watch it, but it's been at stupid times. So I don't even think I'm going to get to the cinema this week. So I don't know. Well, I know I'll go to see Argyle, but I won't have time before that. James says, Pauly, my 85-year-old nan is watching your live on her iPad and her earpods. Proper geezer bosh. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Blimey. That's great to hear. We got all sorts of people watching today. Amy says Scream 7 will probably be a remake rather than, yeah, because they've lost most of the cast, haven't they? So do we need a reboot? I don't think we need a reboot. Leave it at that. Just leave the last one as it was. Jason Jones Photography. Hello. I think the new Aquaman movie would be better experience in 3D. Hope they released it. Yes, it was actually at my cinema in 3D. I think there was only one screening in the IMAX, so I definitely missed it, unfortunately. So I doubt I'll get to see it now in 3D. But I think it would have been a better experience in 3D. All right, who's up for some Maltesers? Dave says, hopefully UK will get a release of The Man in the Iron Mask and Face Off and Ronin. Nothing announced yet for the UK. Yeah, I've got Ronin on the Arrow label, isn't it? I think it's an Arrow one. Face Off, yeah, that's got 4K. Amy says, I hated Fassbender's Snowman adaptation. Dave says, would like to see The Rock, Armageddon and Enemy of the States. Definitely on 4K. Can you imagine Armageddon in 4K with an Atmos soundtrack? The shuttle launch alone. And then just flying through that asteroid field, through the meteor field. Blimey, that'd be brilliant. Con Air as well. Oh, we need Con Air and Broken Arrow. I love Broken Arrow. Mr. Movie Madness is having a roast dinner for my tea. Excellent. I had a roast earlier on. The Guardian, what, OV Forever or something? Did you enjoy The Moon? I'm eyeing the 4K Steelbook on Amazon Germany. I thought it was really good. I did think it was really good. And I'm kind of like regretting not getting the Steelbook now. So I might double dip on that, because even though it's Korean and with English subtitles, the special effects were fantastic. It looks like Hollywood blockbuster. So far as, Gravity and Apollo 13 sort of thing. And yeah, I think I would definitely upgrade that. Jules says, I joined Big P is talking about coming rude. Hey, who's rude? Yes, I'm going to give a shout out to your 85-year-old nan, Marge. Hello, Marge. I hope we're not boring you, Marge. Dave says, would like 4K releases of Armageddon, Enemy of the State, and The Rock, but it's Disney. Annoying. Well, you mean they'll tinker with them first? But Unplugged says, you look handsome in 4K, Big Pauly. You must look amazing in 8K. Don't even go there. Don't even do it. It's hideous. Jordan's here. Hello, Jordan. Are you getting the Godzilla -1 still? I'm going to have another look at this. Because I've only seen one picture of it, and I don't know if it's the same one. I will buy the film. I will definitely buy the film. Let's have a look. Godzilla -1 Steelbook. Let's see if I can find it on here. Oh, yes, that one. Oh, hopefully it's that one. Is that the one? Actually, that looks quite good. That does look quite good. As long as it's white, though, and it's not all silver, like brushed metal. Yeah, I'll wait for the Amaris artwork to show first. Then I'll make the decision. George says, I'm surprised you didn't V for Vendetta Steelbook. Yeah, when it comes to the Mondos, I kind of only really stick to the MCU ones. I don't even know if they're actually going to finish the run now. You know, I don't think we're going to get any more MCU steelbooks from Mondo. Some of them had fantastic artwork, but with a whole change from Zavvi to HMV, I don't know. Jamie says, I need a Godzilla -1 steelbook. It's flipping fantastic. And apparently there's a black and white version of the film there as well. I think Chris Stuckman reviewed it. Jules says, anyone seen Mean Girls, the new one? Super hyped to see it. Hope it don't let me down. Yeah, I probably won't see that. I didn't really think much of the first film, but that's me. That's just me. James says, does it jiggle? I don't know. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Getting jiggy with it. Katie and Jamie enjoyed the new Mean Girls, 4 out of 5, but not as good as the original movie. It's like the original Wise singing in it. Pardon me. Jules says, love Brittany Murphy in the old one. Think it was a classic teen film. Cool. James says, can you do a stream in a micro bikini dancing? You don't want to see that. Oh dear. But some practice, I have a surround receiver for my movies, and I've added a mini disc player, recorder, CD player, and a tape deck. Yeah, I'll probably eventually get a separate tape deck that I can connect up maybe to my little mini hi-fi. E-Track says, I keep coming across these videos on YouTube and Facebook of Komodo dragons bullying goats and all sorts of animals. I'm still waiting for them to pick off the crocodiles. What? Really? That sounds a bit weird. Let's keep it let's keep it civil in the comments, peeps. George says, prepping Tom 4K. I meant it's HMV for V for Vendetta steelbook. Yeah. But Unplugged says tapes have side A and side B. That's why CDs came next. Oh dear. Mr. Movie says, all quiet on the Western Front. The 4K steelbook looks amazing. It really does. I never thought that we would ever get a steelbook. I don't even know if they previously came out with a steelbook in Germany. But I do have the Digibook, the oversized Digibook. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the steelbook. Jamie says, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, my most anticipated film of the year. I think that's mine as well. Is getting a second trailer, could be this week. Oh, wow. That'd be cool. Mr. Movie says, I watched Ipswich Town versus Maidstone United and the score was 1-2. Oh, shit. That's spoils it for anybody that wants to watch a football match. Is that what it's called? Maidstone United? That makes it sound like a really big football team. The half-decent guy. Will you ever do a video helping out young Blu-ray collectors who are starting off their collection, giving them tips about how to collect? That would be great for us. Yeah. I'm always open to either collaborations or comments from people that need a bit of information. So if I can help out in any way, maybe I'll do a video, you know, the beginner's guide to collecting, something like that. Of course, we could have done that back in the day by going to Poundland, because you could make an entire movie collection, just from Poundland. But unfortunately, we can't do that now. Bastards. Jamie says he's interested in seeing the Godzilla -1 in black and white. Yeah. Then again, do you really have to buy it? Can't you just turn your telly down? Just turn the colour off on your telly. Sam says, can you say hi to hello, Mercedes and Sam? Pardon me. James has to go. Can't wait for the new movie Hunt. One love. Thank you very much, James. See you soon. E-Track says we need a new Tarzan movie and a new Hulk movie. I don't know. What was the last live action Tarzan? It was the one with Margot Robbie, wasn't it? And Pennywise's brother. I got that on 3D Steelbook. That was okay. Hulk. I always thought that we should have a solo Hulk movie with Mark in it, but not the wimpy Hulk as he's gone to become now. Not wearing glasses, looking like a professor. We need Hulk smash. We need batshit crazy Hulk. That would be interesting then. Mr. Movie says, I've got a question for you. If you could have 3 celebrities come into your cinema room, Pauly, what would it choose? What would it choose? Or do you mean who you would choose? Okay. So let's put this into I think let's put this into kind of like a right, okay. Obviously, for obvious reasons, Daisy Ridley, of course. So we get that one out of the way. Who else would I actually have in the cinema room? I think Ricky Gervais, because it would be just a blast, and he'd be coming in on every single stereotype on the film, whatever film that we watch. Who else? Who else would I invite? Probably Arnold. Just so that I could put on some Arnie films and just get him to recreate in the cinema room the dialogue, get to the chopper, put the cookie down. Yeah, I think so. I don't know who else I would choose. I think probably that would be quite fun. Luke says, have you heard about Sony wants Toby and Andrew back for Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland as main characters, but there was an argument with Sony and Disney, so now Sony are not doing that sharing deal. There's always an argument, isn't there? There's always an argument. And us poor people have to suffer. Jason Jones says, watched Saltburn last night. Very strange movie, especially when he gets sticky fingers and a sticky mouthful. Okay, I'll leave that to your imagination. Well, I kind of got an inkling, but I haven't seen the film, just only the trailer. But yeah, might leave that for now. Dave says the Bourne Identity movies worth a 4K upgrade and Ghostbusters movies. Bourne Identity films are very grainy. There's really and I noticed that there's not a lot of difference between the Blu-ray and the 4K. You know, sometimes you get really good 4K transfers that are way step up from the Blu-rays, but unfortunately for the Bourne films, there's not really a huge jump, so it might not be worth it unless you can get them really cheap. Ghostbusters, I think Ghostbusters is definitely a step up. Yeah, definitely the first one. Bus Unplugged says that I can't wait till X-Men is added to the Marvel universe. Mr. Movie says I got £180 for my birthday. Excellent. Luke's World says that I'm also looking forward to Daredevil Born Again, but you never if it will be any good, because look how Echo turned out in the end. Do you know what? I actually enjoyed Echo. I thought it started out a bit slow and I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but by the time it got to the end, I thought it was actually okay. I thought I was going to get annoyed more by having to read all the subtitles with all the sign language and everything, but I think it could have done with longer. You know, what did we have? 6 episodes, 5 or 6 episodes? I think it could have done with a couple of episodes more, but it would definitely need a second season. I think it would definitely need a second season to, you know, help the story along. Mr. Movie, I'm excited for Michael starring Jeff Jackson playing Michael Jackson in cinemas. Yeah, I don't think we've had a trailer for it yet, have we? But I've heard some good stuff about that. Steve O's here. Hello. I see Xavier selling their Mondo MCU steelbooks cheap. Yeah, they'll go for about 14 quid, aren't they? 12 or 14 quid. So it's a shame they didn't wait and buy them now. But I think because a lot of people don't use Xavi anymore. You know, I don't really use Xavi anymore. There might be maybe the one every now and again if I can't get it anywhere else. But most people sort of like jumped over to HMV. Paul says, hi again, Big Pauly. Where are you reordering The Abyss from? Wow HD. Yeah, I think it comes out at about £28 with shipping. E-Track says, I watched a 1950s film called Hunted, starring Dirk Bogarde. It was good seeing London in the 1950s. Yeah, very different from now. Richard says, was looking forward to Trigger Point Series 2 and its cliffhanger endings, but they have put out the whole series on ITVX. Strange decision, if you ask me. I think a few series they've done that with. There was one that a lot of people at my work were watching, and I was only watching it from week to week when it came on like the normal channel. But I think all the episodes were already on, you know, on demand. It's not a good plug for them, I don't think, if they want people to tune in every week. You know, if they know that you can just go and watch the entire series, you'll do that, and they won't get any more ratings for the following episodes. So yeah, I would have thought that they would have run the entire series weekly, and then when they'd done the last episode, they could have just uploaded all of them onto ITVX. So a bit of a strange move. I have over 2,000 movies, TV shows, and box sets on Blu-ray, DVD, 4Ks, and VHS. What is the best way to organise them? That's entirely up to you. Everybody is different. I mean, look at me. I've colour-coded mine. Just the Blu-rays, though. Mostly people do alphabetical. But I've heard people do them in genre order, you know, like all the war films together. You've got all your comedies together. Some people do them in actor order. Put all your Arnold Schwarzenegger films together, all your Tom Hanks films together, which is a good idea, because it probably won't take too much shifting around on the shelves then. to try and squeeze another letter C in if you do it alphabetical. So yeah, you have to have a think what you think would work best for you, I think. Dave says, as Prey and Mandalorian been successful on physical media, do you think Disney will release back catalogues of Fox movies? I really don't know. At the moment, they haven't officially announced any more of the Disney Plus shows, but apparently Falcon and the Winter Soldier is coming to 4K Steelbook sometime this year, but it's not officially been announced, I don't think. So you never know, they might backtrack, but who knows. Sam says, who is your favourite celebrity? That's a different question, because normally it would be who's your favourite actor. Favourite actor is got to be Harrison Ford. But who's your favourite celebrity? That is a tricky one, actually, because it could transcend any genre. It could be people that are maybe on TV that do lots of game shows, or a sporting person, a music person. Who's your favourite celebrity? I don't know. I don't know if there's one at the top. I've got preferred celebrities that I would always watch them if they did something. You know, Ricky Gervais, I would watch anything that he put out. I do love watching Jeremy Clarkson on both, the Grand Tour and the Farm Show. Yeah, so it could mean anything, really. So I don't think I've got a top celebrity. There's probably a celebrity in different fields that I watch. Richard says more Disney Plus stuff is coming, plus older Fox movies. There you go. Fantastic. Hopefully the Disney Plus stuff, I mean, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, that's the one that I've heard is coming next whenever it gets announced. I think hopefully they will announce them in like a batches of 4. So we'll get 2 MCU ones and then we get 2 Star Wars. So it could be Falcon and the Winter Soldier, maybe Hawkeye will come next, and then Star Wars ones, probably maybe the Book of Boba Fett and Mando season 3, but they could throw Andor in there. Who knows? I'd like to see them all on, especially in those designs of those steelbooks, because they're gorgeous. E-Track says, do you think Austin Butler is an underrated as an actor? He's not as popular as he should be. Obviously, he broke out through Elvis, and that was a fantastic performance. I've been watching him the last 2 nights in Masters of the Air. We've watched that, which is the third Spielberg Hank series, which is really good. It's getting going. It's taken a couple of episodes to get going. I don't think he's that memorable in the role. He hasn't excelled in the role in Masters in the Air at the moment, and apparently he had to have a dialect coach because after Elvis, that's how he sounds in real life now. So he had to have a dialect coach to teach him not to talk like Elvis on the set of that series. Yeah, even Jamie says it. Austin Butler is now permanently sounding like Elvis. I bet it's handy when you go into the shop, though, and you buy something. Thank you very much. LP's here. Hello. Bullet Train Steelbook, £9.99 on Zavvi. I saw that last night. So it's the purpley coloured Steelbook, I think it is. Yeah, the one that I do own. That's a bloody good deal. £9.99. I wonder when's going to be the really next cheap Steelbook. Like they did with the Space Jam, which was like £2.99. Mr. Movie says Red One, starring Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans and J.K. Simmons as Santa Claus in cinemas this year in December. Sounds good, doesn't it? Kermit says, I've heard Butler has hired a voice coach. Yeah, there you go. To try and get out of the habit of sounding like Elvis. Oh, dear me. Dave would like to see Unlawful Entry on Blu-ray and or in 4K in the UK. Yeah. Kermit says, I imagine it was difficult for him to thank his coach after the lessons. Thank you very much. I still can't do it. I try to do a lip going up, but my lip goes down. E-Track says, your colour code selection is good. Very impressed, and it looks good. I had to slot another red in earlier on, a red one, because I've done my Blu-ray haul for the month. And it's easier doing that than doing the A to Z. Yeah. For me, anyway. Mr. Movie says, I'm planning to watch an Indian film called Animal that came out last year. Okay. Butts Unplugged says, I've got to go and unplug. See you on the next live stream. Thanks, mate. Super Steve Jones, hello. Has anyone seen Beast with a Gun? Beast with a Gun? No, I've not heard of that one. Mr. Movie says, are you going to get Godzilla? Still haven't worked out how to say this. Godzilla X Kong. It's not times, is it? Is it Godzilla times Kong? Is it? I still haven't worked out how to say the title. You know, it's easier with the Godzilla versus, but what is it? What is an X? Yeah, so the new Empire Steelbook when it comes out. I probably will, yeah. Although I do have the Monsterverse Steelbook tin collection, and it's probably not going to match that now. They'll have to wait until there's another three films, you know, or another 4 films, and do a Monsterverse Steelbook tin part 2. That's the one thing that I'm worried about with Masters of the Air, because the first 2 seasons, the first 2 shows, Band of Brothers and the Pacific, we had those gorgeous metal tins. I bet we ain't going to get one for this series. I'll be buggered if we're getting one for the new series. Oh, hello. Jamie says, have ordered basket case, Arrow Blu-ray. Comes out on my birthday. Perfect self-prezi. Excellent. I've had a shipping notification for my Conans. Pardon? Yeah, I've got Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer coming from Arrow, the 4K box set. So hopefully they should be here on Tuesday. Looking forward to catching up with them, and because I haven't seen them for a long time. Mr. Movie says that Deadpool 3 has been retitled to Deadpool and Wolverine. Has it really? I didn't know that. Then again, was Deadpool 2 actually called Deadpool 2? Was it? I can't remember. I think it was, wasn't it? Bloody hell, it's been. When was Deadpool 2 come out? It must have been ages. It was called Deadpool 2, 2018. That's 6 years. 6 years. I suppose because we had the pandemic in between. Yeah, it's still showing up as Deadpool 3 at the moment. 26th of July release date. Emma Corrin, she's going to be interesting. You know, she played Princess Diana. So it's going to be interesting seeing her. Jennifer Garner as Elektra. That's going to be interesting as well. I wonder if we're going to get a little glimpse of Ben Affleck back as Daredevil. I wonder. Yeah, looking forward to that. I always like the Deadpool films. E-Track says, Pauly, your all-time 5 movies, any type movies. Well, Empire Strikes Back, right at the top, number 1. Number 2, Number two. Cool, dear me. Number two is probably going to be maybe E.T. E.T. or Jurassic Park. In fact, 2 and 3 could be Jurassic Park and E.T., and I could put them in any order. Number 4, Independence Day. I've seen that film so many times. And also that's going to be thrown in there. Probably Star Trek The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek 2. Yeah. I mean, there's loads of films that I could slot in the top 5. You know, people's top 5s change all the time. That's why it's really difficult to do like these kind of rankings. I don't really do the rankings because rankings change all the time. I mean, I was told I was a complete ranker. Oh dear me. Kermit says X could be 10, but that doesn't make sense. Yeah, Godzilla 10 Kong. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's a weird title. And Kermit says maybe there's 10 Kongs. I don't know. It's so weird. It'd probably make complete sense once we've seen the film. E-Track says, did you complete your Mayans series? I'm still trying to complete it. No, I haven't. Mayans, you mean? The Mayans. No, I didn't. And Kurt Sutter, he left, didn't he? Or he was fired. I can't remember if he left or he was fired on them. And apparently the show went downhill then and wasn't worth watching. But I think there's news that he might be going to do the first 9, which will be really good. So he really needs to get back to it and to get back into, territory. Jamie's never seen the Conan films. Oh, Conan the Barbarian is the best one. Yeah. Jules says, sending you a PM later. Yeah, thanks, Jules. I'll speak to you later. Jamie says, the destroyer of my barbarians. Richard says, from what I've heard, Dazzler Media are releasing Masters of the Air on disc later this year. So a tin is probably a no. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, because it's been so long since they've done it. You'd think they'd want to do a limited edition, just for the people that have collected the tins. Otherwise, I'll have to get a custom one made. I don't know how I'd do that. But, yeah, it'd be a bit annoying not having one. Dave says, would you like to see the Dirty Harry movies and Lethal Weapon movies get 4K treatment? Definitely. Yeah. E-Track says, I've never heard of Monkey Man, but heard of Monkey Magic. Yeah, I've heard of Monkey. Oh, God, dear me. Don't do that, Paul. You pull a muscle. Brian is here. Hello, Brian. Hi, BP. What is the sexiest ship you would want to tour in sci-fi? Oh, that's a question, isn't it? Any Enterprise, the Millennium Falcon, the Liberator, the TARDIS, you decide. Oh, wow. The Millennium Falcon is quite small when you look at it. When you look at the compartments that they walk around in, it's quite small. And we've seen so many people walking through the interior of it. So I would probably leave the Falcon. The TARDIS, there are still so many sections of that TARDIS and so many rooms that we don't know about. I mean, there's supposed to be a swimming pool in there as well. We've never seen the Doctor take a swim. What about the toilet? Have we ever seen the toilet? I don't know. There might be even a tennis court for all I know. So there could be so many different areas of the TARDIS, which would be very interesting to walk around. But I think when it comes down to it, I would have to go the Enterprise. I'd have to go the Enterprise D from Star Trek The Next Generation. Just to wander those corridors, to wander up to the bridge, which I've actually sat in the captain's chair in the bridge, not the screen used one, but when I went to Las Vegas to the Star Trek experience, there was a recreation of the entire bridge, and we were interacting with Riker on the screen and Klingons and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think I would like to tour that, to go to engineering, to go to 10 Forward, have a drink, listen to Data sing badly. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, also I think like Deep Space Nine, I think I would like to walk around the promenade. That'd be kind of interesting, you know, seeing all these different vendors going to Garrick's and glop on a stick and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but I think the Enterprise D, definitely. Thank you, Sam. Are you off, Sam? Luke's World says the X in Godzilla X means collaboration, so they will be fighting together. So why don't they just use a plus sign? Godzilla and Kong, or use the and. I don't get it. I don't get it. I must be missing something. Jamie says, I always think of Monkey Man from Hey Arnold. However, Moment Man, starring and directed by Dev Patel, looks interesting or looks amazing. Richard says, I've been on the bridge of the Enterprise D, so that's my choice. Yes. I don't know if you've been... is it the same bridge that I went to in Star Trek The Experience in Las Vegas? Because there was also the Borg chamber. I stood in a Borg chamber as well and got simulated. And they also have the deck, you know, they have the promenade for Deep Space Nine, going sat in Quark's restaurant and had food, and you have Ferengi and Borg interacting with you while you're sitting there eating, all in, you know, in costume and all in character. And I actually brought back an actual replica of the Quark's restaurant menu, and it's got everything on it, like Deanna Troy's chocolate surprise and all that kind of stuff. And over the years, I managed to get the autographs of all of the Deep Space Nine and some of the Next Generation crew, you know, actors to sign it. So I've got like Armin Shemmerman, Max Gradentick, Chase Masterson. I've got a few other people. I can't remember who the other ones are, but I managed to get them to sign the menu when I went to all various Star Trek conventions. Probably at Star Trek Generations at the Royal Albert Hall as well. I think I managed to get one or two signatures, as well as some various conventions in London. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really happy I've got that. I should really frame it. It's in the storeroom at the moment. It's probably on one of my storeroom. I think it might be on one of my storeroom videos. So if you go to the storeroom videos, it'll be the one where I go through concert programs. I'm pretty sure it's in there because it was in the same container. I've also got 2 bottles of unopened Romulan ale as well. So I don't quite know what that's going to be like. Jamie says the toilet belonged to Doctor Who is called the TARDIS. Oh, very clever. E-Track says, I've made sure I've completed all 7 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. Excellent series, one of my best. Then Prison Break. I thought they were going to do another Prison Break because, you know, the last one was actually quite successful. The limited series they did. But yeah, they definitely need to go back and do a new Sons of Anarchy. I don't think the Mayans turned out as successful as Sons of Anarchy, whereas you put like Better Call Saul next to Breaking Bad, and they are both equally fantastic shows. David Soul's in Magnum Force. Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of. Jamie says that the Enterprise would be my choice as well. Steve's Horror and Retro. Do you think it's weird that we still don't have Dead City and Daryl Dixon UK Blu-ray release? It's really annoying. What's also annoying is that we haven't even had them on TV. You know, it's not been on any streaming platforms in the UK. Sky are not showing any of them. So yeah, it's really weird. Dead City is already out on Blu-ray in the US, but I think it's region locked. But I don't get what's happening. You know, I mean, Walking Dead. What is that on? I think that's on Disney Plus, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know why we haven't got these. Why it's taking so long. I thought we were past this whole ordeal of having to wait weeks or months and months, you know, to catch up with shows. Normally, you know, it's on in America on Sunday night, and then we have it like on Monday night for most shows. They need to get their asses in gear. Otherwise, I might just buy the US Blu-ray and have done with it. Sam says, what is the movie come off my grandma he'd be liking to watch tomorrow? I'm not sure that makes sense. Oh, hang on. What is a good movie to watch with my grandma tomorrow? Obviously not Poor Things. I don't know. Depends what you're in the mood for. I really don't know. Excuse me. Oh yes, Richard was in Las Vegas. Shame it's all gone now. God, yeah. I remember I watched on YouTube the closing ceremony, and then when they were dismantling all the sets. Obviously, there was a time after, like, the last of the Star Treks, you know, like after Enterprise had ended. There was kind of a gap where no one was interested in Star Trek because there was no new Star Trek coming along. But it's a shame because now it will be as popular as ever, you know, with all the latest shows, Picard and, you know, Discovery and all the J.J. Abrams films. I think what they would do, if it was still around now, they would rebrand it in the J.J. Abrams universe. Luke's Word of Movie says, I'm so excited for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, on the 25th of February. I take it that's a US air date. No, it can't be, can it? Oh, that's the thingy one, isn't it? That's the Rick and Michonne one. Yeah. Again, see, when are we going to get that? Yeah, somebody needs to get their asses in gear. Jamie says, I sat in the Kirkbridge chair at Bournemouth Convention when I was about 12. Did you go? Oh no, that's Picard. What would you have said if you was on the Kirk one? Spock, what do you mean? It's Klingons. Yeah, that's a terrible William Shatner impression. Steve071 said, I picked up Peter Jackson's King Kong 4K Film Arena. They put out some really good limited editions, definitely. Them and Manta Labs and Blue Fans, the Black Barons, some great editions. Classic Wow is here. Hello. Anyone know if you subscribe to annual Prime before they introduce ads, will it cover you for the 1 year? I think so. I think if you take out the 1 year annual Prime, maybe maybe they've already included the price. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know actually. Or maybe they give you the option when you sign up. Do you want the basic one or do you want to add the $2.99 in it? Yeah. Is everybody going to do it? Anybody with Prime, are you going to pay the extra £2.99 or are you just going to leave it? It wouldn't be so bad if there's just ads at the beginning, but if they're going to have ads through the actual programs, that's bollocks. Total bollocks. E-Track says, Pauly, have you met any top actors? Never met any actors. I've met, not actor, but a legend singer, George Michael, back in 2001. Fantastic. I've met quite a few. Not so much big Hollywood actors, but mainly TV. You know, actors from the Star Trek series. I met the entire cast of Babylon 5, Buffy, most of the cast of Buffy and Angel. I had a cup of tea with Jeremy Renner at a convention. I would say probably the biggest person I've ever met was probably William Shatner. Yeah, I've not met anybody really famous. Closest to that, actor wise, I did walk past Kate Winslet in Regent Street in London once, and I was like 100 yards away, and I was like, hang on a minute, that looked like Kate Winslet. Trekanaut, I would love a Vanilla Syndrome collector's edition of Nothing But Trouble. I would just love some vanilla ice cream. Yeah. Jamie says you can't beat the original Trek and Next Generation. The thing is, I love the original Trek. Obviously, Next Generation is my favourite because that's the one that I grew up with. And I have a stronger bond with the cast on that than any other Star Trek shows. Deep Space Nine comes really close, though. And you talk to any Star Trek fans out there, and it's kind of 50-50 whether you like Next Generation or whether you like Deep Space Nine. Some people prefer Deep Space Nine over Next Generation. And the stories that you get in Deep Space Nine, sometimes it's really difficult to separate fine storytelling and the actors, because each of those shows has got fantastic characters on them. Luke says the trailer for Deadpool 3 is out on the 11th of February. Oh, brilliant. Trekanaut, Constellation looks great. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. That looks good. Where's my Shatner? In your toilet, isn't it? Dan's here. Hey, Pauly, Kate, watched Carry On Camping yesterday, first Carry On film. Absolutely hated it. What? Seriously? Were you watching the right version? It wasn't like the porn version of it. That's classic Camping. I think that's probably my favourite of the Carry On movies. Oh dear. What didn't you like about it? Checking out. We also need the Burbs 4K collector's edition. Okay, yeah. Checking out. And the cast is awesome in the Burbs as well. Brilliant extended cut of the Burbs. No, didn't realise there was one. I've got, what's mine? Is it Arrow? It's an Arrow release, isn't it? I've got the Arrow Blu-ray. Arrow! Yes, like Jamie says, it's on Arrow Blu-ray. Classic Wow says, Warriors 4K due for delivery tomorrow from the USA. Excellent. Trekanaut says, DS9 is my favourite, but Next Generation and what came before is royalty. Yeah. E-Track says that my dad owned a restaurant in Tottenham High Road back in 1980s, and his regular customers were John Thor, Dennis Waterman from the Sweeney, and Bodie and Doyle for the Professionals. Fantastic. I bet those are having some good conversations. Jamie says, First Contact is one of my favourite Trek movies, was just perfect, especially the Vulcans being the ending. Yeah, my dad nearly cried. I kind of cried a few times. It's with that music as well. He loved it so much. My dad is a massive Trekkie, as much as Richard. I would say, that First Contact is my second favourite Star Trek film. Wrath of Khan is definitely the first one. But everything about the First Contact, it's just it's a classic. It's a classic Next Generation movie, the best. You've got to have the Borg. You've got to make them vicious, and great actors. James Cromwell was fantastic. Just the whole cast is fantastic. Yeah, if we've got like how many were there? There was 10, wasn't there? There was 10 original. There was 6 original, and then 4 Next Generation. So out of all those 10 films, probably First Contact and The Wrath of Khan will be the 2 Star Trek films I would watch before any of the others. Although I've really got a soft spot for Generations. Yeah. Not just because it's got Picard and Shatner in it, and Kirk, but the crashing of the saucer section and just Data being his goofy self with the emotion chip. Probably the one that I would leave till last to watch would probably be Star Trek 5. Yeah. They're still entertaining, but it's not as good as the others. I'm excited for Deadpool and Wolverine in cinemas July 26th. The trailer is supposed to be out at the Super Bowl. Pretty cool. Dan says you missed my message explaining why I didn't like Carry On Camping. Oh, did I? Hang on. Let's have a look. Shite. Is that it? Is that your explanation? That's not much of an explanation. Mr. Mooney says, will you be getting a World War... We will be getting a World War Hulk movie starring Mark Ruffalo. Is that guaranteed? I've actually not heard of that. I've heard of possibly, but I didn't see anything like firm about it. Jamie says, Big Pauly went to the loo. Big Pauly did a big poo. It all went wrong, went in his thong. Twiddly-dee. Oh, God. Richard says, I'd love to stay, guys, but work is calling. All right, thanks, mate. Yeah, don't get too busy at work and, well, I won't say enjoy yourself, because who enjoys their work? I suppose there's some people that do. I'm only joking. Yeah, see you later, Richard. E-Trex says, is there a new Exorcist movie coming out? Isn't there supposed to be a trilogy? This Exorcist Believer, then there's supposed to be another one, isn't there? But I don't think the same director's making it. Mr. Movie said, I would choose Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and Jake Gyllenhaal. What's that to have in your cinema room? Trekanaut says, can't wait for the Fallout show. Yeah, see, that's something else that I've never got into. That is a game, isn't it, Fallout? Never played it or anything. So I'll be just watching that as a show, not anything related to games. Bobby's here. Happy last Sunday of January the 2024. I know. A couple of days and it's February. Flipping Nora. Jamie says, I like the Final Frontier. Why does God need a spaceship? Yeah. Bones, you don't ask the big man for his ID. Yeah. There was some very good scenes in it. It may be a quirky CG, bad special effects film with weird God themes and stuff like that, but there were some really good touching moments. The campfire scene, that is classic Star Trek. And I really loved the scene at the end, I Need My Pain, especially with McCoy and his dad, and Spock being born and that. There's some great scenes in there. And there's some great dialogue in it as well. I had a brother once and they all looked at him like, you don't have a brother. What was it? I was lucky I got him back again. It brings tears to your eyes. Yeah, because you know who he's talking about. But yeah, some great dialogue in it. Oh, hello, Carl. What's your opinion on Queen Rock's Montreal? I'm hoping to get to see that in IMAX at the cinema in a couple of days. Hopefully, if it's still showing. But I do have a Blu-ray for it. But it's a great concert. Dan says, I guess it didn't send. Said, I didn't like it because it was creepy and was it misogynist? I can never say that word. And was about middle-aged men noncing on schoolgirls. It was a different time. It was a different time period back then. I don't think they were schoolgirls. I think they were still adults. They may look young, but they weren't that young. Yes, I mean, they were all in their 20s. That's how it was. That's how it was back then. And that's what made the Carry On films great. It's the same. You could say the same with the James Bond films, you know. Many times, it looked like Sean Connery was forcing himself on women against their will. You know, they were pulling away, but it's just part of how it was back then. It's still the funniest film. Luke's World says, Marvel has yet to officially confirm that a World War Hulk project is in development. I hadn't heard anything official, but I have heard rumours going around. E-Trek says, I've started collecting British legend films, Norman Wisdom, Dirk Bogarde DVDs and so forth. Excellent. Jamie says, who's your favourite actors? Mine's Jim Carrey, Robin Williams, Tom Hanks, Paul Giamatti, Bill Murray and James Stewart. There's a lot of those as well. Yeah, Tom Hanks definitely. Robin Williams. They're all good actors. I'd throw in like Harrison Ford and who else would I throw in? Jack Nicholson and people like that. Paulie, got to go now. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Take care. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for popping by. Oh, hello. Somebody's just sent me some money. That's nice. Alan says Tom Hanks, Morgan Freeman, Clancy Brown, Jodie Foster, and many more. There's so many, and there's so many. Dan says the actors were adults, but in the continuity of the film, they are school children. Michael Keaton is also great. Yeah. Classic wow. One actor I enjoy, but I think a lot of people don't rate, is Sam Rockwell. He's an excellent actor. Yeah. He's in the Argyle. He plays a spy in Argyle this week. He was fantastic in Moon, and also Galaxy Quest. He was hilarious in Galaxy Quest. But he was in Green Mile as well. That was a great performance in Green Mile. Bob says, will you sign up for the army if needed? Why? Why do I want to sign up for the army? Beetlejuice 2. Yeah, looking forward to watching that. I hope they don't cock it up. Don't cock it up. Luke's World of TV. Chris Evans, Dwayne Johnson, Michael Keaton, Elizabeth Olsen. Again, all excellent actors. Jamie says, Sam Rockwell is fantastic. His first appearance was in the original. Oh, was it really? Okay. As a human or as like voice to a puppet? It's a puppet. Daniel Moore's here. Hello, Daniel. All these non-PC programs and films, you shouldn't try and erase the past. You should learn. Well, they were a product of their time. You know, that's what was acceptable at the time. It's like now, you know, you look at Little Britain. I still don't see any problem with Little Britain. It's hilarious. And we're not talking decades here, decades and decades. And I don't think that David Walliams and Matt Lucas should have apologised for what they did in the show, because it was accepted. It was accepted at the time. And that's what made it so funny. And you can still watch all these characters and have a laugh. You know, they may colour themselves up. They may stereotypical certain characters. I remember in Come Fly With Me with the immigration bloke. pissed myself laughing just watching that. And what about David Walliams when he was the school principal or the school in the university, and you get all these different weird characters coming, wanting an extension on their essays or something. It's just so funny. You can't erase it. You can't erase it. You just can't erase it. Okay, you can learn from things, but it was a product of his time. It was supposed to be like that. You can't say it shouldn't have been like that, or it had no meat. It didn't need to be like that, because that's what was accepted at the time, and that's what was so funny now. It's like Ricky Gervais says, nothing in this world is offensive. There is nothing on this planet that is offensive. It's only offensive if that person thinks it's offensive. Might be offensive to that person over there. Not guaranteed it's going to be offensive to that person over there. So yeah, there's nothing offensive. It's just how you perceive it. Oh, that was a bit deep, wasn't it? Let's get back to some comedy. Mr. Movie says, I would like to see a street level Spider-Man 4 with Charlie Cox as Daredevil, Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, and Bullseye. Bullseye! Jamie says, Elizabeth Olsen can bounce on my pogo stick any day. You see, you can't say things like that, Jamie. That's sexist. Sam played a thug youth trying to make kids smoke cigarettes. Okay. I've probably forgotten about that when I watched the film. Kermit says, actors who have passed away: James Stewart, Cary Grant, Buster Keaton, Humphrey Bogart, Gene Kelly, Alan Ladd, Audrey Hepburn, Barbara Stanwyck, Shelley Winters, and many, many more. Wow, that's a big list. That's a big list. Robert Donut was an amazing actor. Yeah. Especially the ringed ones as well, with the jam in the middle. Oh, dear me. Love Little Britain and Come Fly With Me. Great stuff. I purposely went out and bought the DVD before they pulled them. That's a good idea. It's a very good idea. If you want these shows, you've got to buy them. Don't wait for streaming, because they'll just tear the shit out of them. Yeah, so I've got Come Fly With Me on Blu-ray. I've got the whole of the main seasons of Little Britain on DVD. The only ones I haven't got are like the live shows and when they did Little Britain USA. So I need to pick them up. And it's all the old shows as well. All the old shows like In Sickness and in Health, and what was the other one I was thinking of? With the black neighbour. I can't remember the name of the show. But yeah, if you want to watch them, then you definitely have to pick them up physically, because they're not going to be on streaming. They're going to just remove them. Burgess Meredith. Fantastic actor. Bobby says, are you watching the Gladiators TV show? No. I watched Gladiators back in the day. I don't want to watch it again. Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. Nick Baxter's here. Hello. Do you like the comedy Rising Damp? Rigsby is hilarious. It's okay. I've not seen it for a long time. It's not one of my go-to comedies. I'm kind of more into the Croft and Perry stuff, with a low and Heidi High and that kind of stuff. But I do love some of the older stuff, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Benny's here from the chair. Hello, mate. Looking forward to some Birds and Snakes on 4K at the end of February. Yeah, it's a good film. I really enjoyed that. Lulu and Claire loved it as well. Jamie says Grumpy Old Men films were hilarious, and The Odd Couple as well. Kermit says better than comedy today, that's for sure. A lot of comedy today I don't even laugh at, because people are so restricted in what they can say. That's what makes the Ricky Gervais live shows fantastic to watch, because it is so close to the mark, and offensive to one person, but not offensive to the other. You know what I mean? Jamie says that she can bounce on my pogo stick. What? There's one in the garden. Carl says, looking forward to the True Lies and the Twister 4Ks. Fantastic. Twister's coming out on 4K. Is Twister coming out on 4K? Is it? Love Thy Neighbour. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Shrek 5. Always been a fan of Red Dwarf. Yes. Fantastic show. Although that last one they did, I completely missed it. I still haven't watched it. Our Gold trailer looks good and I'm looking forward to it. And I saw Bryce Dallas Howard on the Graham Norton show the other night with Bryan Cranston, who you know they're both in it. And yes, there's lots of cats. There's not just one cat. There's lots of cats in it. So I think it's going to be like at the Marvels. What about Alf Garnett? Yeah, fantastic shows. Stephen's Horror and Retro is the same with the Carry On movies. I have all of them on DVD. On the TV, they cut so much out of it. They cut so much. Yeah. They even cut an episode of Only Fools and Horses. Certain scenes in Only Fools and Horses, and it wasn't that bad, you know, but it was okay to say when it came out. But that's the most important thing about physical media. When they say that physical media is dead and just have everything on streaming, watch everything on streaming. Have you found a movie that you wanted to see and it's not on streaming? Have you? I have so many times. And if you've got it on physical, have you found a TV show? I mean, what platform is Little Britain on? Is Little Britain actually streaming? Is Love Thy Neighbour on any streaming platform? Is it on BBC or is it on Netflix? I very much doubt it. And if there was no physical media, if there was no copies of DVD or Blu-ray, those shows are gone forever. You'd probably never see those shows again. So, yeah, buy them on DVD and Blu-ray before they decide to withdraw them all. Jamie says, I've heard the Blu-ray of Red Dwarf is an identical transfer to the DVD. Oh, is it? Oh, dear. Mr. Movie says, how was your evening, Paul and Jamie? It's all right so far. George says, Love Thy Neighbour is on YouTube. So it's probably the only platform where that's allowed to be shown. Daniel Moore, part of your speech, you forgot Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. Did anybody actually complain about that? I don't think so. I don't think I've read anything negative about the performance that he did. Jamie says, all good. Been watching films, chilling, looking forward to the Blu-ray hunt tomorrow. Excellent. Yeah, so we got a bit of Jamie tomorrow. Oh, and we have a bit of Kermit as well. Mix it all up in a pot and you've got some quality Blu-ray hunting. Yes, thanks, Nick. Yeah, I Love Thy Neighbour. Aliens on 4K, really looking forward to that. That's going to be fan-bloody-tastic. Jamie says, I've met Bryce Dallas Howard at the amazing Lady in the Water London premiere with M. Night 2. Shamalama Ding Dong, baby. And they both signed my Village DVD. Fantastic. That's excellent. Jamie says, all of the Only Fools DVDs are cut, sadly. I don't know, because I do remember in one of my DVDs, I think it was Grandad. It was the one where they built the bomb shelter, you know, out of the corrugated metal. And I think Rodney had gone out or something. He wasn't in there. And I think Dell asked Grandad where he'd gone. And he goes, he's gone down the shop to buy something. So I don't think they're all cut. I don't think they're all completely cut. Daniel says, Jamie Pelt, I really like Red Dwarf. My favourite episode's got to be the assassination one, all because he wanted a Vindaloo. Classic Wow says, are you importing The Abyss 4K? I am. I've never watched it, but I want to watch these films in the highest quality. Just sick of 4Ks not coming to the UK. I think it's going to cause people to pirate. The Abyss is a fantastic film. One of James Cameron's best. Right up there in the top 3, I would say. Yeah, it's up there with Aliens and Terminator 2. Absolutely cracking film. Harrison Ford. The making of Jurassic World Part 4. Apparently there's going to be another Jurassic film coming out. Although I don't think any of the original cast or any of the Jurassic World cast will be in it. So I think it might be a reboot. Jamie says, Tika to Ride was title of episode was great. Yeah, I love Backwards. Oh, yeah, season 3 was my favourite. Pardon me. Harrison Ford will have a great appearance in Captain America 4. Yeah, because he's replaced William Hurt, isn't it? Nick says, do you like On the Buses? Yeah. Well, you butler. Kermit says, I watched all 3 On the Buses film a few days ago. I imported them from Australia. Is that from Imprint? They do Imprint do them ones as well as the carry-ons. It's a shame. Imprint seem to be the only place that are actually dishing out the carry-on films on Blu-ray. Steve-O says, if the UK BBFC are banning the 4K release of The Abyss, why didn't they do it for the DVD release special edition, which includes the rat scene? I don't think so. I don't think it did. I don't think that rat scene has ever been in a UK release version, as far as I'm aware. Jamie Powell, the best Only Fools and Horses set to get is the big cheetah still cuts, but not as many as later release. Jamie, you got to see The Abyss. Watch The Abyss. Because if you stare long into the abyss stares into you. I would like to go to San Diego Comic-Con in America to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds and Anthony Mackie, also Harrison Ford. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. Classic Rail says, Only Fools and Horses cuts are many, and it's a whole job in itself to know where to get the uncut stuff. Some of the DVD magazine collections are slightly less cut, but some content is only available. Ghostbusters trailer is tomorrow, just announced. Oh, fan-bloody-tastic. Kermit says they were for Imprint, but I bought them myself. Yeah. Seeing the sneak peek. Oh my God! Wow. Who are you going to call? Daniel says, remember the biggest cut with Only Fools was because the writer and director didn't like how depressing the episode went. Excuse me. Hang on, I'm going to have a swig. Swig. That's better. Too much talking for 2 hours. Con Customs 1, hello. What's your favourite horror movie? What's your favourite scary movie? I knew that was going to happen if I did that with my voice. My favourite horror film, I'm not going to say Insidious, even though I'm okay with it now. What is my favourite horror film? Oh, bleed Nora. I would have to say something like It. Not the old one, not the 1990s one, but the new ones. Or probably The Thing, actually. Yeah, although I think The Thing is considered sci-fi horror. But I would say probably The Thing is probably my best horror film. My voice is going now. I'm getting all gruffly like this now. I'm going to be talking with the rest of the night like this. Mr. Movie Madness, there was a Godzilla versus Kong from 1963. Okay. But it didn't look anything like the new ones. Trekanaut, Event Horizon or Virus. Definitely Event Horizon. That's a really good horror film. That was a brilliant film. Paul Rudd says, you know what? Busting makes me feel... The rat scene is in the special edition on DVD. I remember seeing it. Okay, well, I'm not going to say it wasn't, because I actually don't own the UK DVD version. I own the American version. But I did hear somebody say that it was never in a UK edition. But maybe there was an edition out there before it got cut. So if it's out there, then it's out there. It's out there, people. Did you know in Scary Movie 2 they had to call the prop guy from original Exorcist to bring the original movie tongue prop to use as they struggled to recreate the tongue themselves? Yo! Hello, John. Welcome, John. We're just about to go. Yes, 2 hours, people. I think you've probably got better things to do for tonight, so I won't keep you. Thank you, everybody, for popping along and spending 2 hours with me. My voice is definitely going. Yeah. Don't forget, tomorrow, Blu-ray hunts for both Kermit and Jamie. If you're not subscribed to them on YouTube, why? So go and subscribe to Kermit's Ghost and Jamie Powell on YouTube. God, and my voice. Oh, dear me. Yes. Right. I need to rest my voice and go and suck on some yogurt. So thank you very much, everybody, for popping in. And we will do another stream, hopefully in 2 weeks' time. If you want to send any messages to me, just send them to Instagram or Messenger or some bollocks like that. Or just stick them in the comments down below in the when the replay comes up. Yeah. And as always, it's all free. Why wouldn't you? Right. Oh, right. I'm going to go now. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great week. And I'll see you again soon. Oh, God, dear me. See you later. Bye-bye.